Hey guys, what's going on? It's me again. So I just wanted to get caught up on some of the news with our current top distributors of RVs and camping industry. So I went in to look around to see what the top ones are right now. It looks like Lazy Days, Camping World, and General RV, also Blue Compass are in the top four on this list here. Um, Went in, did a little looking on Lazy Days. Excuse me. Looks like Lazy Days has filed for a dissolution after their final store sales back in December 2nd of last year. Um, I did see where several of these were sold to Campers Inn, and several of them were bought actually by General RV. General RV's only news that I've been able to find is 5 days ago. I think this actually popped up a while back, but 5 days ago, a lady had stolen $2 million through a check scam with General RV, and she pled guilty to the charges. Found a couple of things in here talking about that. I'm trying to see if I can find how long ago it was before she pled guilty. I saw earlier, but it looks like maybe I moved on from that. But yeah, so 5 days ago we got that information from General RV. And like I said, Lazy Days is dissolving, so they will no longer be with us. And then I don't need that one. The only other crazy news is apparently 5 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, I guess in Tampa, there was a large camper. What do you call the thing? Big sale where they come out and they do like a big RV show and they show a bunch of stuff. Guy said it was over 25 football fields worth of camper inventory out there. I'll go over some of these that they have out at the Columbia section in Carolina. It looks like they got a few of them. Maybe we'll talk about how nasty used campers can be and what's going on with that. Here it is. Yeah, right here. The Super Bowl of RV shows kicks off in Tampa, Florida. Watched a little bit of that. It's just the guy basically just talking about what they were expecting was like 75,000 people to travel through that. So that's a lot of people knocking and banging on your campers. Only other thing that I've been able to find, Camping World is partnering up with Costco, doing a new unit. Um, Partnership is a new unit catalyst. Says company highlighted that RV purchase through Costco program have skewed more toward higher ASP fifth wheel and motorized units. So I did talk to a friend of mine earlier that was telling me that basically um, they're kind of doing what's kind of like, I don't know, like CarMax, I guess, where you kind of go in and you want to get a price on like a camper or whatever that's a no haggle pricing, kind of like CarMax does with cars. Um, they give you some extra discounts apparently through purchasing from Camping World locations, but you can get on like Costco's website and run through them. Just see if there's any of them that you want on there. Now, what I was told was Camping World's side of it is basically they would offer you a package if you wanted it. It's like a Let's Go Camping package, and that's where they'll fill up your LP tanks. They'll give you a battery. They'll have that stuff installed, and then if you want, you can purchase like oh, I forget what it's called. It's basically they'll fill up like a shopping cart with all the gear and stuff that you should probably want to, need or buy or whatever through them. So it'd be like surge protectors, maybe water hoses. Um, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for, but the water pressure regulator, water filters on the inline water filter system. Um, it's pretty interesting just to see some of the stuff that's going out. They have lowest advertised prices on eligible RVs with the Costco members receiving an additional discount. Um, I mean, just it seems pretty normal. Then it goes into talking about their shares and all their business. But I don't know, just wanted to kind of go through and look at some stuff and see what's going on. General RV's not really giving me a whole lot with any new information about like purchases or whatever, just the few that they've bought from Lazy Days. And like I said, apparently they've sold into uh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Campers Inn RV has bought some of them too, looks like. Or, oh no, I read that wrong. Sorry. The store remains operational as Lazy Day RV, powered by Campers Inn RV, but there's a lot of them that have been sold to General RV. A lot of locations were sold to General RV. Um, but if they're gonna file for dissolution, looks like they're probably gonna be shutting down. I mean, like I was saying in one of my other videos, I mean, it's like the camping business in general has just been crazy. They're really pulling a lot of crazy strings trying to uh, make sales. So we'll go over a couple of these and just see what kind of stuff they got as far as the Blue Compass Celebration used RV celebration. So this one's from 2014. Let's see what this thing looks like. And it is extremely sunburnt. Probably can't get all of this discoloration and stuff out of it. All these have faded really bad. That is a nasty looking awning right there. I don't know if I can do any zooming in on this type of photo. Of course, the sun's in your eyes in this one, so great photo there. Try to keep you from seeing anything they don't want you to see. There we go, cable drive slide. Stay away from the bullet, not worth it. What do we got here? Jayco J-Feather Micro. Thing looks like it's barely been used. It's a really small setup. If you like that kind of thing, you just kind of want to get an idea of what these are. So this whole front area right here where it attaches, of course, it's going to have propane, and then the utility box or battery box should be fitting in right in there. And then you'll go into the main door. You have optional AC with TV below. Okay, yeah. There's not a whole lot in here. You don't even get like a true fridge. You get like a 12 volt or 120 volt cooler, TV for the outside area where you can have your little griddle outside, and this whole back end right here will open up. I think you can kind of see it in the photo there. I mean, too small for me. Like I said, I'm a really big dude. Ooh, 2015, so it's already 11 years old, or maybe even 12. Starcraft travel trailer or Travel Star. Yeah, I'll just be honest, man. If you ever see one of these things right here with this hybrid, just stay away from it, man. These things are garbage. I don't even know why they made those, but Starcraft really doesn't have my vote of confidence. Oh, the Wolf Pub from 2021. I can almost guarantee you anything that's got wolf in the name, you want to probably leave it alone. They are very cheaply made, very nasty. And this is also what is called a stick and tin build. So this is a stick framing, and then you have the tin siding on it. So it's very poorly insulated, usually not worth your time. It looks like they cleaned the crap out of that one, though. It looks really clean. I will say that. Probably still got water running out from under it where they washed it right there. But it does, I mean, it don't look bad as far as the paint job goes. But yeah, they're just really, really bad construction, in my opinion. I don't like them. I've seen too many problems with the Wolf Pubs. A lot of electrical issues, too. Oh, let's see. Oh, I clicked on it, so I gotta, where's it at? Back up to the results. Oh no, it went all the way back. Hang on. We'll get there. Okay, so you have a 2022 Gulfstream RV Vista Cruiser. I'd probably stay away from that too. That thing is really dirty awning. It's been used quite a bit. Looks like the top right there is missing on their LP lid. They hadn't even taken the time to put that on before they take photos. Probably tells you a lot about what they got going on that end. Here's another Wolf Pup. It looks like it's in about the same shape. All right, R-Pod. So I will say this about the R-Pods. This window right here on the front, this like almost like a windshield. These things are notorious for leaking. Let's see any other photos. Slide out is a Schwintek on one this size. These are a little bit harder to level out, so your Schwintek will generally bind up on these pretty good bit. And it looks like in the photo here too, they've also got the window open, and they probably haven't closed it. I can almost guarantee if you went out to that lot right now, it's probably still wide ass open. 2025 Grand Design Transcend. For it to be a 2025 and it's already a used camper, I almost don't want to know what kind of problems they're having with that. That's kind of scary. The layout doesn't look terrible, but it is a Murphy bed. I don't care for that, but I'm big as hell, so I mean I don't really know what else to say. I do like the rear bathroom, the whole thing's rear bathroom. That's not terrible. It does not have a slide out, so I do like that. Um, but I don't know, for it to be already used, seems like something's probably done went wrong with it. And the Aurora, yeah, let's talk about the absolute base of all base campers. So this is like the most, oh, let's see, I don't, do they even have a photo of it? It's really clean looking, don't get me wrong. I love the blacks in this. It's very, very well cleaned, but it is also not that old, 2025. If you are like a beginner going out to go buy a camper, this is the stick and tin. Like I said, it's probably not going to have anything in the underbelly. Most of the ones I've looked at, they didn't have anything down there. It wasn't even worth looking through. And oh, not even one, but two. So that's two different stock numbers, CT98, and this one's a completely different UT98. Not really sure why they're getting so many of these back. That one has a slide out, it says there. Okay. Alliance 2024, it's already used too. That's kind of surprising. Like I say, it's now Alliance is a newer name brand that I have seen quite a few of when I was working for these guys before. Let's see, got a slide out, not a bad layout. Um, It's got a big bed in it, 60 by 80. Got bunk rooms. Sleeps 8. I highly doubt that. Even if, I mean, unless you're counting like really tiny kids or something, I don't see how you're going to get 8 people in there comfortable. 2 people on the big bed, maybe 2 on the dinette couch if you folded that down. And then there's 2 bunks. So, I mean, you really don't want to put more than 2 tiny kids in each one of those. So, I don't know, maybe if you had a buttload of kids and they all have to be really, really young. Here's a Grand Design Imagine, used one for sale. Got a little bit of hourglassing on the awning arms there, or on the awning fabric. Doesn't look too terrible on the outside. Looks fairly clean. Ah, come on. Give me something more than that. Let me see some more photos. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's a picture of the layout for the inside. Here's the little quick connect on the outside with the griddle connector, spray port on the side, whole bathroom in the back. That's not bad. Trifold sofa theater seating is optional. So they're showing you theater seating to look at your TV, but it's probably got a trifold sofa in it. Let's see if it has any photos of the inside. That is a through frame. Those are probably the best in my opinion. I'd rather have that through frame or rack and pinion if you want to call it that. That's the new design on the LP tank covers. I do like those too. I think those are a little bit better than the old school ones. That's newer, I should say. Electric ton jack. Looks like 2 ACs on it. Looks like there's one right over the front and one in the back there, I think. It's hard to tell from the photos. They didn't really give you they never do give you any kind of pictures of the front. But yeah, you can see some of the little creasing in here on the side of this awning fabric. It's a little bit windy that day. It's got a little bit of hourglassing where the sun's done shrunk it up some. Water heaters in the back there. No photos of the inside except for that so far. Let's see. Keep going. We got solar disconnect, battery disconnect. That's not bad. You have the option to have one of the rear cameras if you want. They got that. They started painting these hubs so they're like red underneath, trying to make them fancy. That's crazy. Not bad though, not bad. There we go. Oh, it does have theater seats. I was wrong. Sorry. That is actually, I like that set up pretty good too. Theater seats, nice little place to chill out and watch TV. It might have a sound bar in there. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember each and every model of these things, but it may have a sound bar inside there too. Not a bad looking little setup though. Yeah, see the lights are actually shining across that, but usually you can pop that button down and you can see stuff in there. Sometimes it's just storage, but I feel like I remember them having sound bars in them. Little drawer underneath the fridge there to put some storage in. Got lots of storage. I do like the cabinet space. This one's pretty nice. Let me go back to the results. Anyway, guys, yeah, there's a few things to look out for on these campers. I mean, I could really go through these all day if you guys really ever wanted to. If I can get enough subscribers and stuff, I'll just sit here and do a live stream where I just talk trash about how bad they are or whatever's going on with them. Airstream, hard to go wrong there. Not a very big one. I kind of like this setup, and I'll explain this real quick. So if you are parked at a campsite, you generally will back into the area where your rear is toward the lake, and then the front of your camper is out toward like where your vehicle would be, where you backed into. So the reason why I like these is because generally speaking, this whole rear section on an Airstream is usually all windows. I love that. So that whole section so this is the rear of it right here. See what I was talking about? That's all windows back here. So the lake's generally going to be back here on this back end. So you just be looking out, during the day or during the night or, whatever, just looking out over the water. Man, I love an Airstream for that. I really, really love them. They do have the little shade. If the sun's up on this side, you can pull that down, block the windows on all the major windows, kind of keep the sun out of your eyes on them. Man, these things are amazing. I really do love these. But there's no slide outs. There's not a lot of room. Man, it's hard for me to deal with that. Oh, it's got the little 360 spin. There we go. It's just doing it now. I don't even know what the heck it's doing. Quit. It's just got a few. That's the flying cloud. Yeah, that one's not bad. Not bad at all. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna call it done. So I just wanted to kind of run you through, give you an idea of what kind of news we had going on with all these guys. General RVs, new theft that they've embezzlement that they've been dealing with or whatever. She's actually pled guilty if you've been keeping up with that. Lazy Days of Dissolution, Camping World's new little story where they're partnering up with Costco and giving these like almost, I don't know if you really want to call it a wholesale price, but I mean they're giving you really low prices on them. I would really not call it probably wholesale, but they're giving you some lower discounts. And these guys, they had the big premiere super show, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, and that's my page. But all right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night tonight. I've been trying to get caught up on how to do some certain like editing and working on things like that. But hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.